What's going on, folks? Howdy. Got a couple people here in the chat. Hopefully, we'll have more joining very shortly. So, if you have joined the stream, let me know. Post a chat message. Let's start the conversation. Alrighty, looks like we're tallying some viewers here. Hey there, wonderful folks. For some reason, is it me or am I missing the chat? Because I'm actually not seeing it show up right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. Do I need to view this on my phone as well? I might. I apologize. Oh, actually, no. We do have the chat going. Okay. What's up, guys? There might be a especially long delay, but hopefully everything works out okay technically. Okay, so we've got Water King, we've got Riley, we've got Nick, we've got Isaiah and CJ. So pretty much the usual suspects, my friends. And Lauren, welcome back. How you guys doing? I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but it is a little too warm for my comforts, that's for sure. It's going to be a little worse tomorrow. But anyway, what's the best way to combat? Hey, hockey fan, what's the best way to combat the heat? Well, you're looking at it right here. Cheers, everybody. What I like to do is I put this in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Yeah, then keeps things nice and chilly. Oh, Riley, I imagine so, man. You're inland in California? Yeah, it's probably about 97, 98 over there, I would think. Yeah, I'd hate to be there. Like, I mean, I'm here bitching when it's 87 here, but I don't know. It's just the way that the sun hits the brick out here or something like that. I don't know. Plus, I grew up on the coast, so it's like a hot day where I grew up was like 75 degrees. So yeah. Anyway, so you'll be heading on a vacation this Friday. Oh, okay. That's the stuff we like to hear. Yeah. Let me know if things are freeing up for you guys, in terms of quarantine and whatnot. Let me know. I'm curious to know what people are doing for the summer that is just about to officially begin. Both your Sharks jerseys from Hockey Monkey arrived on Saturday. Hey, that was a hell of a steal. I don't know if they're still running that promo, but I don't know. My money's a little tighter these days, like for this week and a little bit further ahead. But I hope some people got in on those deals for sure. Oh, that's right, Lauren. You're in Newfoundland. That's right. You like the cold weather. Yeah. I mean, I just like a little variation, That's why when I went to Minneapolis in January, some people thought I was crazy, and I was like, no, I felt good. Like, we don't get that, I don't mind stepping into something totally different for at least for just a couple of days. Anyway, yeah, you got your Jets jersey, Riley. That's terrific. Hockey Monkey is recommended. Awesome. I don't know if I've seen anybody do like an unboxing from them, so maybe one day I can order something from them. I don't know what their customization's like if they do anything like that, but I don't think so. Yes, Nick, send me a concept. Let's give the people something to take a gander at. You like the Sens jersey? Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe that will be the rebrand or incorporated into the rebrand there. You haven't bought for... Oh, huh. So you are familiar with them though, Nick. Okay. Yeah, they don't have like all the alternate jerseys, but they have home jerseys and they have a few away ones too. So I mean, I think Hockey Fan here was cashing in on a good deal on a Sharks away jersey. Let's see. Now, as far as jersey concepts go, I've been on most of you know, but I've been on Instagram and on Twitter posting some concepts that I'm working on for the ECHL. Now, I haven't finished this one just yet, but the one that I'm currently working on is right now. I'm working on a Maine Mariners here. Check that out. Yeah, I got some work to do positioning wise, and I got to incorporate some more navy in there. But that's kind of what I have in mind. If I live where you live, I die. It only hits 20 degrees Celsius here, which is about 68. Yeah. 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 Where I grew up, it's summers are like that as well. But it was, we didn't have winters. Winters were like, I don't know, a cold day was in like 30 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, let's take a look at this. Oh, that is beautiful. I like this a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Nick. I think that this needs to come back. So you guys can't quite tell, but this is actually an off-white jersey. So obviously creating a vintage feel there. And this is what the Habs wore starting, I think, in the mid 1940s. It's a beautiful jersey, and I love the idea of going full vintage with the cream color there too. So yeah, you almost got a Sharks third jersey nameless, but you had to pay your student loans. All right, well. I appreciate your responsibility there. If you're looking for a good deal on stealth jersey, go to Sports K. I saw it a couple months ago. They had it for 110, but of course, places like I don't think River City Sports has that in stock, but you can probably find it for 40% off out there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on a series of concepts for the ECHL, and then what I'll be doing is handing that off to Neil from Post to Post, and he'll be doing some rankings or some reactions or something like that. But yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't know you lived in Florida, Nick. Okay. Nick Danny, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure if I've seen you on here before, but it's always good to come across someone who has the same name as me, and as Windy City Hockey for that matter too. And I mean, you spell it the only way it's supposed to be spelled, right? Yeah. You'll have to let us know where you're coming from, what team you cheer for, what teams, plural. Some people root for multiple teams. I mean, there are teams that I certainly like, but I don't know. The only sport where I've really liked two teams at about the same level had happened for baseball. Giants fan, being local, Minnesota Twins fan as well. But yeah, that's, I guess, the only time I've really had two teams I like almost identically. Ice Jersey has had a good deal. Oh, huh. I don't know. I didn't cash in on that. Again, it was just because there are certain alternates that I was looking for that I didn't find there, or not in my size at least. Excuse me. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Yeah, man. Amazing that's that's what everybody selected, and it looks great too, man. I mean, obviously my webcam isn't the best, but just to give you some detailing on this. Yeah, I think it turned out great. And this is hand sewn. So I mean, I could flip this inside out, but like, for example, you got this stitching here, and this looks really good overall. Yeah, I'm certainly impressed with how that turned out. And I'm glad I got myself out of having to buy the alternate, because I'm not a fan of the alternate. So I'm glad I got the white one, because they didn't have the alternate in my size. So there you go. Oh, you're all good. All right. Anyway, hey, what's up, Trevor? Pardon if I haven't gotten back to you on Instagram, by the way. I get a lot of messages on there. Oh, you're from outside Vancouver. Okay. But you're an Oilers fan. Okay, well, welcome. So there you go. Getting your team repped there. You know what's really cool, guys? You can go on Reddit or go on Google Images and just search for like NHL fan territory, because it maps out between US and Canada where the fan territories would technically lie. If a certain county is closer to one team versus another. So it's fun looking at territories, in the extreme northern Alaska. Apparently, that's actually closer to Edmonton versus Vancouver. So the very, very far north of Alaska is Oilers country. What's up, Louis McMichael? Welcome. Not so sure if I've come across your name before, but please let us know in the chat where you're coming from and what team you support. Of course, we support all sorts of teams here. Even Elias and Riley here, they're Vegas fans. I'm a Sharks fan, and we all get along just fine on here. But yeah, you own the alternate Oilers with McDavid on the back. Well, I mean, hey, I wouldn't complain if I had one of those myself. So, but yeah, I've got three Oilers jerseys now, which I never thought 2 years ago that I would be saying that. Oh, hi back, Trevor. Great Boy Hockey. Oh, okay. Oh, Louis McMichael. That's right. You used to be just Louis Mac. Got it. Return of the Mac to the stream. Return of the Mac. The Brit Boy. Yeah. All right, Elias, talk to me here. You were smack talking. It's one of those things where I like to know somebody before I engage in smack talk, first of all, because then that way, put a face to the name. And, I think that sets things up to be more friendly, where it's kind of like, yeah, you smack talk, but that doesn't mean you're going to, say anything bad about the other person. Or if you do, it's just a tease. It's just a poke. So that's why I don't really talk too much smack online in general, frankly. Yeah, maybe like sometimes I'll do like a little Twitter troll comment, to the rival teams out there, hint hint. But nonetheless, I expect that will come back to me as well. So if you're gonna smack talk, you got to be able to take it too. I guess that's one reason why I don't do it so much, because I don't know. I don't want to get all steamed up or whatever. But yeah. Usually when it comes to that, communicating that sort of thing online, I just kind of stay away from it. But hey, if people know how to have some fun, hot take hockey. What's going on, John? Thanks for joining the chat, dude. Alrighty. Oh, I think I'm missing some here. Okay, so there you go. You got 4 teams that you root for. And you know what? I like how you picked, some teams that are in sort of the smaller or lesser talked about markets. So that's cool. I mean, when those teams kind of get in the playoffs, if one of them makes a run, then yeah, usually I'll kind of get behind them as well. You got your Lemieux jersey hand sewn. Nice. Speaking of which, I do want to find one of those like mid 1980s Penguins yellow without the triangle. I don't think it had the triangle, or did it? I don't know. But anyway, I know a place that's selling a Lemieux, so I might scoop that up. Oh, you're driving to Florida. Damn. Might have to take a picture of Nashville with your Blackhawks gear. You do that. You cheer for the Habs, Oilers, Coyotes, and Islanders. Interesting. So kind of like different corners or different parts of, different geographies, really. So that's interesting. Bring back the Robo Penguin. I do concur. I think I've seen some concepts out there, and man, it looks good. You can refresh the Penguins jerseys. Not the current design necessarily, but you can definitely develop some concepts out there that look very presentable in Adidas, I think. But yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of the dynamic, Elias, I would think, right? Ah, yes. I can always default to Windy City Hockey for confirmations on jerseys. He did get 8 out of 10. I think you got 8 out of 10, Nick, in my very challenging guess the jersey that we did on your channel. I have not, Louis. I don't know if you've published anything in the last few days. But yeah, I mean, granted, I interact with a lot of people here who have their own channels, so there's always a let's just say there's always a bevy of content that I can watch, Plus, I will say yesterday I was definitely tied up in watching videos about Jason Botterill's relief from the Buffalo Sabres. And I've seen those, tweets out there where it's like in the 9 years since the Pagulas took over, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but no playoff appearances, 3 different general managers, like 4 or 6 different head coaches, something absurd like that. Man, Buffalo sports, man, I feel for you guys, especially considering my favorite football team was like your favorite football team, went to 4 Super Bowls and lost all of them, and hasn't been since decades and decades. Anyway, all right, John, catch you later. Definitely not a 5-minute major, but you can't give up. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly the statement that I would echo as well. Yeah. Who will I be cheering for in the playoffs? Great question. It's interesting because I feel since my Sharks aren't in it, or our Sharks, it's kind of like I feel pretty removed from the playoffs. I'm not used to that as a fan, as a Sharks fan, not at all. But I mean, let me say this, there are a couple teams that maybe I'll put toward the top in terms of, teams that I regularly certainly like. So Minnesota, Florida, Arizona, those are kind of like the 3 that I would hope for the most, or the Leafs, just because, they're the Cubs of MLB, right? So then you have teams that I like, and I'd be fine if they won a cup. Teams like the Canes, teams like the Jets, the Islanders, even the Rangers. Also, I will say I am secretly cheering for Philadelphia because at the beginning of the season, before the season started, I did pick Philly to win the Stanley Cup, and I went off on a limb. And remember, guys, before last season started, guess who I picked? St. Louis Blues. So I'm hoping to go 2 for 2 with my predictions on this channel. I don't think many people could say that, frankly. And then you have, if Columbus went on a run, I'd get behind that. And then you have teams that, I'm not a fan of particularly, but if they won, I wouldn't complain. Like if Edmonton won, I wouldn't complain. If Vancouver won, wouldn't complain. If, let me think of another one. I don't know. But then you have, let's just say you have 3 teams. If Tampa won, I wouldn't complain. But then you have 3 teams that I just don't want to win. Let's be obvious. One of them is Vegas because guess what? They're our biggest rival right now. So that's that, And I'm sure that Vegas fans would be saying the same thing if they were in my situation about the Sharks. So there we go. So that's 1. 2, sorry, Water King. Boston, just tired of Boston winning championships. Although the Red Sox, I do thank for defeating the Dodgers in the World Series. And I have kind of supported them on their World Series runs, a couple of them. So, And Pittsburgh, you guys got 5 cups, all right? Take a break for a while, all right? So that's kind of it, By the way, if I don't get to your comments, feel free to repost them after a little while here because we have a lot. We have a very active group out here. Any tips on having a successful hockey channel? See, I just read the first one that just popped up right there. Good question. Well, I don't know because I don't know if I have much success in terms of what you're looking for, right? Success, I think, is something in which, in the context of YouTube, for example, success is being able to start something because, you want to, whether that's you just want to express your creativity, you want to meet, other hockey fans out there, you want to grow your channel and monetize. You can have a lot of different kind of goals or reasons why you start a channel. For me, I think my success is that I don't feel like, even though I haven't grown as fast as a lot of other channels out there, I think that the success is being able to stick to kind of what I think is content that I can naturally create. In other words, I don't feel like I don't feel like if I were to change my channel to recapping news and covering trade rumors and that sort of thing, I don't think that that would necessarily lead to success. It might lead to growth, but then I would feel like I would need to keep creating content like that because that's what the audiences would expect. Whereas on here, with the way that I'm doing things, most of my content is focused on hockey culture, hockey history. Jerseys are a key piece of that. So I've stuck to my guns in that sense. Also, I've come across a lot of great hockey fans out here. Some of them are local and cheer for my Sharks, and others are based in other parts of the continent. And we do occasionally have people from other parts of the world too. So, I mean, I think that those are some great success factors that I can't get away from. I can grow this channel in other ways, sure, but ultimately that's the core of what I do. And so I want to keep coming back and doing this. It's still very fun. So I think that that's kind of my measure of success. And please, if you have more questions, we can chat about that maybe another time. But yeah. All right. Remember that comeback Boston did against Toronto in 2013? Yeah, I mean, I never saw that one, but of course, I mean, I've seen highlights of it, so that's certainly an amazing comeback. If all your teams, if the teams that you root for are all out, you'll go for the Rangers. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, if the Rangers had been, at the top of the division for the last 5 years, I wouldn't necessarily be rooting for them now. But considering that they weren't supposed to be anywhere near the playoffs going into this season, and they've done what they've done, and kind of like Winnipeg too. That's kind of where, I could definitely cheer for a team like that, especially if they're going to go up against somebody who, is expected to be in this position in the first place. Like a Tampa, which would be actually really funny considering the Lightning have so many Rangers on their team. Although JT Miller is somewhere else. Do I have a favorite Canucks jersey? Great question, Louis. I do like the current skate jersey that they unveiled. I think that thing looks bomb. However, even though it wasn't an official jersey, I am a big fan of the promotional Johnny Canuck green jersey that they unveiled, or that they sold in their store briefly. It just sold like hotcakes. I've never seen anybody, selling their jersey. If so, I'd throw down some big bucks to collect that. The Oilers and Blackhawks will be a long series, but will be good. It's hard to predict, man. It's hard to actually predict these. Go for the underdog Blackhawks. If they go up against Vegas, I'll root for them. I don't know, man. Look, they do still have some of that core. If we're talking about a totally different team, if we were more and more years removed from their championship runs, then I would probably get behind it more. But there are other teams that I want to see win before them. Edmonton's top 6 forwards will expose the Blackhawks defensive core. I think I don't know though. Edmonton, I think, has an undervalued defense. I do. As a Pens fan, the 2018 final made you sick. Yeah, that's true. Luke Kevin, what's going on? Greetings from wherever you be. Will McDavid win a cup with Edmonton? He won't not win a cup. In other words, with Dave Tippett as head coach, I don't know how long he's going to last. Edmonton coaches haven't lasted a long time. But like I said, I think that they have defensively a decent core there. Goaltending is questionable for the long term, and McDavid is still there for a number of years. So I think that for him to win a cup, they would have to have a show-stopping goaltender. If they do, if you couple their top six, if Kyler Yamamoto stays consistent, then I think we're talking about a formidable team. What about Calgary and the Jets? Oh, you mean that series? Dude, I can't sleep on the Jets, man. Again, these series, I gotta look at. I gotta first of all remember what who was moved during the trade deadline and whatnot. That seems like that was a year ago. In order for me to really give predictions, so I don't want to BS you guys. Speeding skate jersey for 70. Oh wow, that's a good buy. Absolutely. The combo final that you would hate is Pens versus Blues. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Well, I hope we don't get that either, frankly. I'd like to see somebody win their first Stanley Cup, with the exception of, right. Or I'd like to see somebody who hasn't won the cup in a long time. So Toronto, Calgary, sure, why not? Ilya Konovalov. He was the KHL Rookie of the Year last season. Oh shoot. Well, that's interesting then. I imagine that he's probably about 22 years. Oh, wait, he's probably about 21 years old or something like that. I mean, young Russian goaltenders are on the rise. You look at Ilya Samsonov and Sorokin, right? I'm curious to see how my Sharks kind of nurture and grow the skill set of Alexei Melnichuk, who they acquired recently in this a couple months ago or a month or so ago. You never want Nashville to win a cup. Who will be the next Canada team to win a Stanley Cup? Man, that would be a great video. Really, it would. I don't know if Justin from Hands Down Hockey has ever done that, but he should. But next Canadian team to win a Stanley Cup. The wheels are definitely turning. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Vancouver, frankly. I like Vancouver's goaltending. I really do. I would say that, if you had to bet on goaltending alone with the tandem that they have, I think that I would put them up there. You look at their young talent. Jim Benning over the offseason, I overall liked his moves. I don't know how his cap situation is going to look when you have to actually extend these guys, and then you have, guys like Edler or Tyler Myers, getting older, or maybe you're not getting so much bang for your buck that way. But I think Vancouver is a team that can maybe do it in a year or two if they keep if they keep it up. You wouldn't enjoy a Sharks League Cup final. Okay. Fair enough. If you don't have good goaltending, the rest of it doesn't matter. I mean, I think that rule of thumb right there, that can do it. That certainly can do it. Or in the playoffs, you have to have some depth scoring. You have to have those guys like Devontae Smith-Pelly 2 years ago. Dave Bolland, right? You have to have those guys who just go above and beyond their regular season output, right? Kind of come out of nowhere. Who wins the cup first, Ottawa or Buffalo? Ottawa. Jack Eichel would be traded before Buffalo wins a cup. The way things are shaping up there. 2 Canadian teams in the finals. God, when was the last time that happened? Anyway, 19. Wait a second. Let me see if I remember this one. Wait, who did Calgary beat in '89? Why am I blanking on this, guys? Did they beat Montreal in '89? Is that the last time we had? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 1989. Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. It was a long way from me actually watching hockey. That's for sure. Evgeny Nabokov. How could I forget, man? Nabby, like I said, between him and Jumbo, those are like my favorite Sharks of all time. Nabokov 2008 with the glove save. All right. Japan and Ireland for the NHL. Hey, if SpaceX can get us to Japan in 2.5 hours or whatever, I'm all for it. How many more years until? Oh, what's up, Ross? By the way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. And by the way, guys, if you're completely new to Twisted Wrister Hockey, I sincerely recommend that you hit the big red subscribe button down below and the thumbs up. That way, you know when I'm going live. I'm doing these weekly on Wednesdays. Additionally, I have content uploaded usually 2 or 3 times a week. Jersey unboxings are a hot item, but we're talking about hockey history and other facets of hockey culture. And yeah, would love to have you along as we slowly climb our way to hopefully 1,000 subscribers. We got to get to 750. 750 is coming up pretty soon, guys. That means we're 3/4 of the way there. All right. Now, guys, I encourage trash talk. If your teams are playing against each other in the playoffs or whatever, I do. Friendly banter in the chat, in the comments in my videos. I will certainly permit that, but just remember, please be respectful. Okay. Oh wait, you're from Ireland? No way. That's awesome, dude. Now, do you still live there, or are you elsewhere? Space Force on Netflix because that show's funny. Huh. Okay. I've heard about it. I haven't watched it yet. Garrett Ray has joined the chat. Welcome. Welcome, Garrett. And thank you for joining. Thank you, Ross. All right. Catch you later, Louis Mack. Carey Price over Matt Murray. Okay. I do think Carey Price is fairly overrated. Granted, the defense, the teams he's had around him haven't been great. So, I mean, there definitely is that to consider. But I don't know. Then again, I always watch, of course, when I watch him most of the time, it's when he's playing my Sharks. And for some reason, the Sharks have this insane winning percentage against Montreal. But anyway, scrap that. Wow. Luke, man, must be pretty late over there. Well, cheers, buddy. Sláinte. Not so sure whereabouts you are. My last name is North Irish. Had my 3 times great grandfather. He was the first one to come over. Well, yeah, to come over with his father, and then he fought in the Civil War. So there you go. How you doing on that sub count, Elias? Like I said, man, consistency, and just as long as you're enjoying it, that can become a success factor. Absolutely. Yeah, Lauren. I was gonna say, I guess it might be the Irish or the Scottish or maybe both who kind of have an influence on the sort of regional accent and dialect over there. Yeah. I mean, I'm about as far away as you can get in terms of the U.S. Right? I'm so far away. Getting to Newfoundland or Labrador or whatever, that'd be like 2 or 3 different flights. That would take a whole day. Smokey, what's going on? Thank you for joining the stream here. Alrighty. Oh, what Canadian cities have I visited? Great question, Nick. I haven't been to Canada that much, actually. When I was like, I can't even remember the first 2 times I went because I was just a tiny little kid. So technically, I went to Vancouver, and I also went to Toronto. But then a few years ago, I went to I went to Whistler. So it's interesting because I haven't really been in downtown Vancouver as an adult. But yeah, I went to Whistler during the summer though. Did some hiking there. Beautiful place. And then I went to Victoria the year after. And I had really liked Victoria. That was a lot of fun. Except it rains like it doesn't matter what day of the year it is. It rains every day there. It's insane. I did some kayaking out there too. That was really fun. But yeah, I haven't been anywhere else in Canada actually. I'm certainly hoping to change that. I would like to obviously have a chance to see some games out there, and maybe do some collaborations with other YouTubers there. People maybe in Vancouver, definitely Calgary. I have a couple of YouTube friends who have channels and are located out there too. Oh, nice. Playoffs, do some playoffs on the channel. Yeah, I imagine so. Um, when I think of kind of my favorite places that I've been to, Nick, BC is in the conversation in terms of like most beautiful scenic places. Kind of reminds me a little bit of what I saw when I went to New Zealand, like the South Island of New Zealand, which is amazing. Um, and then the other really beautiful place I can think of off the top of my head is, well, outside of like Lake Tahoe and, you know, scenic places like that, the French Riviera and the Italian Riviera too, for that matter. Amazing. But yeah, visit Banff. Yes, I would totally like to go there. Echl from Vesper Hockey actually did a jersey unboxing there one time. That's amazing. Um, and I'd like to go to Jasper as well, because I think that that's a little less touristy or in terms of crowds. But yeah, would love to check those out. Are the pubs open in America? Some of them are, I think. I haven't even tried yet, but I think that if you're sitting outside, you can have a drink. I don't think you can go inside yet though. But I don't know. I live in California, so some states are a lot looser right now. Like if I went to probably like Idaho, I could probably go into a bar right now, or a pub. But California, I don't think that's the case. But yeah, Water King. So I grew up in Monterey, so that's on the Central Coast, like right on the water. And right now I live in Mountain View, which is 15 minutes away from San Jose. So yeah. Huh. Yeah, I never got the impression that Taves was cocky. But yeah, you're right, Garrett. Even if you're not putting that much time in post production, video production takes a ton of time. Just to, some of the videos that I've put together, like we're talking like 12 hours or more. The research alone, I know research, right? But I do check my sources. And if I'm not entirely certain about something, I usually will say that on my videos. But yeah, some of these videos I've done, like the hockey history of Charles Schultz, that right there was probably like a 20-hour project right there for like a 6-minute video. All right. Oh, cool. Bars in Pennsylvania are opening. That's great. Now, CJ, are you close to Pittsburgh, or are you in that area? I'm curious to actually go see it at some point. Considering it's kind of like in the Appalachia region, and I've never really been to that before, so I'd like to see that. Oh, closer to Philly. Right on. Ohio has outside seating. Okay. Some inside limited. Yeah. I mean, I don't think my hair salon's even open right now. Guys, it's like, hey, I'm not copping out to shave my head or anything like that. I'm waiting until the real thing, until I can actually get the flow tamed a little bit. But yeah, come to Columbus and we can road trip to Pittsburgh. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'd like to go to a game there. I've been to a Columbus Crew game before, actually. I used to work for the Chicago Fire of Major League Soccer, and one time I got to go with the supporters group on a tour bus, and we went over to Columbus, and we lost. It was a great game though. Yeah, I had fun, but yeah, I literally went into Columbus, and about 4 or 5 hours later, I was on the bus back. But yeah, the best specialty jersey. Now, specialty, does that mean alternate or heritage? I mean, I kind of get what you're saying, like non home or away, right? I love the Flames Heritage Classic. That, I mean, because I have a custom version of that. Sec. That's a good question, Flames fan. I mean, wait. Then again, I I didn't even consider that it was you who was asking it. But I mean, let's look at this beauty right here. Come on down. Check this out, man. Woo! Yeah, look at that. I love how the color's perfect on this. And then you got the patch here. And on the back, you got me. I had that done from Hockey Authentic. That is the diamond in the rough right there. There are definitely some good customizers out there, but Hockey Authentic is one that I will certainly champion on my channel. They've done a terrific job. Really good service. Shipping is free, I think, even if you're in California like me. I can't recommend them enough. Oh, you actually got one of these jerseys. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Oh, well, thank you, CJ. That's fantastic, man. I'll let you know when I make it on over there. God, I've got aspirations, guys. I've got aspirations for what I want to do for this channel. Not this upcoming season, but the one after. I want to do some real special stuff when it comes to actually visiting arenas and documenting that, doing a big project with that, and taking my dog with me too. She gets to see the whole country, or both countries. You're pumped to work? Heck yeah. Good for you, Lauren. Trying to find a good deal on an Islanders jersey. So which one are you looking for, Isaiah? 2009 Winter Classic is a top 3 jersey of all time. Wow. I wasn't like the biggest fan of that at first, but then I saw what it looks like when you have the numbers on the back. Actually looks really good. Not my favorite Hawks jersey, but certainly one that, fans of that team should definitely have in their collection. Now, Windy City here, a Blackhawks black third. There we go. Yeah, man. That one that you got, your Grail jersey, that was gorgeous. You've converted me. I gotta get me one of those someday. But of course, only authentic, only with the chain stitching. I do not have a Tyler Seguin Smokey. I do have a Zuccarello Dallas Stars jersey because I thought he was going to resign there. So it's funny because I have a Zuccarello Rangers. I have a Zuccarello Stars. So what I hope to do next year is get a Zuccarello Winter Classic for the Minnesota Wild. That would be the trifecta. I love Zuccarello too. Kind of one of my favorite players, not on my favorite team over the last several years. Ian Berube, what's going on? I wonder, you probably get this all the time. Any relation to the coach, of course. But welcome. I don't believe I've encountered you here on this stream, but welcome. It's great to have a fan of hockey in general on this channel, of course. A Yager Rangers jersey. I've seen some good deals on eBay. I have, or in the auctions. You have a white Seguin Stars jersey. A lot of players who wear 91, that's for sure. The Winter Classic jersey replaced your favorite all-time. Yeah, I see what you mean. Cool Hockey, love Cool Hockey. That's where this came from right here. Fantastic customization, absolutely. The Calgary third jersey. You have it in Reebok and Adidas. Okay, that's awesome, man. I thought about that myself. I thought, should I get this in Adidas? Because I do have it in Reebok. I have a Jerome McGinley that I found on eBay for like, I kid you not, like maybe $65. It's fantastic. I love that thing. T Park, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining, and thank you for your vote of confidence with my jersey concepts. I'm having so much fun with that. So much fun. I tested the waters with that Solar Bears one, and I want to kind of go back and see if I have some ideas for how to maybe create another, iteration or a different design for that. But yeah, ever since I did that, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna keep going with this. Jerome McGinley is a GOAT, absolutely. One of the greatest in this era to never win a Stanley Cup, unfortunately. Jerseys go cheap in preseason. Interesting. You are related to the coach. Oh, that's cool. Right on, man. Well, guess what? I picked the Blues before the start of last season to win the Stanley Cup. So you're driving from Texas to Maine? Oh my goodness. What? How do you do that, man? Are you hanging out with Joey? That's crazy. Texas to Maine? That's got to be a 3-day drive, I would imagine, at least. I was now T Park. I understand if you're kind of busy here, but I'm in the process right now. This isn't anywhere near complete, but I'm working on a Maine Mariners concept next. So taking their trident, and I basically took their normal logo and I dissected it. Oh my goodness, that's crude. It's criminal that Iggy was not one of the top 100 players of all time. He would have to. I mean, it's hard to that he's not there. It's hard to cope with that. Joe Thornton wasn't on that list at all either, which is embarrassing. The guy's in the top 15 all time in scoring. Now, the NHL Network had their own top 100. I don't know if Iggy was on it. Joe Thornton was number 59. So whoever voted on this top 100 of all time, bunch of dinguses. Consider adding the Flames 30th anniversary patch to the jersey. Oh, okay. Dude, one day, you know what I need to do? I need to set aside a separate fund so that I can use that for the following. Purchase actual patches and send my blank jerseys in for customization. I've still never actually mailed a jersey in for customization. So I need to like get myself, a nice heap of savings so I can go do that. Have some other ideas how I'm going to apply my savings. But yeah, how is Cortana? Great question. She's doing okay. I was a little scared there because on Monday, her paw, she was limping. So I went to take her to the vet. And when I get there, the whole parking lot is just like slammed. And I'm like, damn it, that sucks. So I just rested her that day. The next day, she seemed okay. Not really a limp. A little bit noticeable. But then today, she's back to normal. I think she just kind of like hyperextended something or kind of overstressed something. So yeah, she's doing good. Yeah. PS5 is taking the rest of your money this year. Yeah. Is Cortana right near me? You know what, guys? If your dog is Cortana, yeah, exactly. Her name was Karma when I adopted her, and I wanted to name her after a video game character. So that transition from Karma to Cortana was instant. But yeah. PS5. I haven't actually looked at anything about the PS5 just yet. I don't know if I'll buy it this year. I'll probably wait till next year to get one of the new consoles. Thanks, Riley. Yeah, she's good now. She's tough. Long story short, this is going to sound terrible. Basically, when I first got Cortana, she was a puppy. And I had a friend watching her because I went on a trip. Anyway, long story short, of course, this was totally by accident. she got hit in the snout with a baseball bat. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, my friend and I were good. We're on just as good of terms as ever. He wasn't the one who accidentally hit her. It was somebody else. But yeah. So anyway, she got hit in the snout, like fractured it, but she got back up about 30 seconds later and was like, "Okay, so who's gonna throw the ball next?" So yeah, she's tough, and she had to have two teeth removed too. So basically, I like to joke that Cortana, my dog, is more of a hockey player than I am. You used to have a dog named Thor. I actually work with somebody who has a dog named Thor. So adorable too. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like dogs, they do throw up a lot because they might eat stuff off the ground that they're not supposed to or whatever. So that happens, you know. But it's just kind of a purge, and there aren't any effects after that. So at least I hope not. Why am I using the Adidas template for the ECHL jersey? Just because well, a couple reasons, right? In terms of like the actual template files, I really like sports templates. I like the customization options there. I like the resolution; it looks fantastic, and I'm just having some fun. Why not try something different that way? Ducks are hard to raise. I would not know. Best part about him was he was chased around thunder and lightning. No joke. Huh. That's pretty badass. You have a chocolate lab named Nestle. That's cute. That's really cute, actually. There's no new CCM jersey. Yeah, I mean, if sports templates had that template available, I might consider that. And the other reason, Nick, is because I want to use that same Adidas template to do other NHL jersey concepts too. So it just made sense that way. Your dog's name's Affleck. That's amazing. Yeah. Speaking of jerseys, I've only got one more jersey unboxing like that's immediately coming to mind. I haven't ordered any recent like in the last 2 weeks, but I have one more unboxing probably going to come out on Saturday. Uh, it's a great one. It is a great one. Absolutely. Matt has joined the chat. Matt, welcome. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, the AZ sports guy, Matthew Jacobson, has graced us with his presence. Round of applause. Round of applause right here. It is fantastic to have you here. Hope the doggos and the misses are doing terrific and that you are safe and well in these times, Chief. Almost hit a 180 in darts. That's a high score. That's all I know. CCM Authentics are so nice. I haven't bought a CCM Authentic for like ECHL or AHL. I'd like to try that at some point though. I want to get a Maine Mariners jersey at some point, definitely. You like the new CCM jerseys more than Adidas? I mean, I have a couple that I am certainly a fan of. Adidas, I like the feel of the fabric. I like the fit too, actually. I like the fit a lot. I've really come to like that, considering they're really long. I like that because I've got a very long torso. So there you go. But yeah, Adidas collars are, yeah, I'd say at least half the time they're pretty wonky, but eh, that's not always going to detract me from buying one. Not always. Oh, Dan, what's up? The Dan man, the front man of the Dan Band. Oh, we chatted a little bit about traveling around North America. We've chatted about dogs. Good time to join the chat. Jerseys, of course. Thoughts on a fourth jersey next season? Calgary should go black. They don't have to bring the horse head back, even though I actually would like that. I just didn't like the way that the striping was done there, with like the bottom of it kind of being like like a triangle. Didn't like that. The Winter Classic ones, yeah, the Winter Classic Adidas collars, of course, are good. Anything for the only good Sharks fan. That was cold-blooded, just like a shark. A Thunder jersey, Stockton Thunder. Okay. You love the horse jersey? Hey, man, I think the design of that horse logo is pretty cool. I'm sure that some of you saw this, but Neil from Post to Post yesterday, I think, uploaded some artwork that a viewer had submitted to him, and basically it's a state, like a United States or province. It's the outline of the province or the shape of the province or the state, and it's got the corresponding team's logo in there. And where am I going with this one? Oh, I really like how the artist incorporated some of the defunct logos from the 1990s. I thought those looked really good. I thought those were some of the best ones I saw in that video. You want to see your Blackhawks in their standard design, but in black. Yeah, that would make it easy to collect that jersey. Where's my mask? I'm gonna do the stream like this. Yeah. Okay. Should I make Darth Vader noises when I breathe? Or I could do this instead. And the great Cornelio. There. Recently got a Miracle on Ice jersey. Oh, that's awesome. That was on my 20 jerseys I need to collect in 2020. I certainly would love to have one as well. You got to tell me, did you get a blank one or are you a player? Which player are you getting? Are you getting a white one or a blue one? Because the white one, I think, is the one in which they beat the Soviets. But of course, the blue one, some people might like the blue one more. But yeah. Sounded like I ripped the shirt for a second. Actually, it did kind of popped a little bit. But of course, the shirt would rip because of all my rippling muscles as I drink a tall boy of beer. And cheers to you, Matt Jacobson. Cheers to you, buddy. Beavis has blonde hair. Oh, that comment was cool. There you go. You got the captain in white, Mike Eruzione. Nice. What kind of beer? I am drinking. What am I drinking anyway? I know it's local to. I think it's brewed in Oregon because that's where I was when I bought this. Yeah. It is a dry hopped Belgian style triple ale that I purchased in Central Oregon and I brought back with me. You're welcome. You're welcome, Riley. Do I own a Vegas jersey? Okay, well, since we have Vegas fans here, I will humor you. One moment, just a second. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I have at least one jersey for every NHL team. My goal is to collect 2 for every NHL team. And yeah, I do have a Vegas. Check it out. Look at that. Look, I'm a Sharks fan. Don't get it twisted, man. This is a great jersey. Come on. I will admit that, absolutely. At first, when I saw that, back in 2018 or 2017, I was like, what the hell? That doesn't look like an NHL jersey. That looks like something like a different league or whatever. Whatever. It's grown on me. I really like it. And check that out. So yeah, it's a blank though. I don't have anybody on it. And I like Vegas's numbers a lot. I like the perforation. I like the gold outline to them. But yeah, this is a blank. I got it through Retro to Heritage for about $100. I don't even think it was that much technically. And yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. Curious to see what they do for their third jersey. If I end up really liking it, like I said, I'll consider getting it at some point. But yeah, you're gonna get a Canes jersey next. Nice. A mini guess the jersey on a stream. Yes, I had an idea for doing something kind of like that. Not tonight, but keep poking me about it because I think we should do it. Yeah. But yeah, guess the jersey, like a live guess the jersey, where you guys like submit There we go. So anybody who's interested can send me an email. You tune into the stream. I go through my emails, and then I would need a place to actually post pictures of the jerseys though, because then that way other people could guess as well. So I think we can figure this out. I think we can make this work. Seattle Kraken thoughts? If it's not going to be the Sasquatch, it's got to be the Kraken. My butthead was a little funnier. Thank you. Dang. Amazon coming through with jersey sales. Oh, March or so? MARCHESSAULT. There. That was crazy, man. When they got him in the expansion draft, I was like, wait, how does Florida not protect this guy? He had like 25 goals or something like that, going into the expansion draft. I was surprised by that. Anyway, it's the right pick, that's for sure. Could I do a guess the jersey video with blurred photos instead of extreme close-up? Whoa! Yes, I could do that. I just need somebody with the collection to send it to me. So that's good. I've also done one with Tyler, my buddy Tyler, in which he sent me a few black and white photos. That made things pretty interesting too. You're gonna drive to where I am and take over the stream? You do that, man. Yeah, come on over. I'm sure you're healthy and fine. You want to drive what, like 11 hours to get here? Be my guest. Do it soon though, okay? Streamlabs. Let me make a note of that. Streamlabs. See, that's the thing. A lot of you are more up to date on technology and such, whereas I am getting a little bit old. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. A reaction video, wrestling video. I don't know much about wrestling, unfortunately. Not to say it's not entertaining, though. You got a Reebok Vancouver home jersey with the tag still on it at Goodwill for $1. I almost had to mute myself. Just $1? Are you insane? That's crazy. Is Goodwill insane, man? Unbelievable. Good job. Good job. I don't even care which one it was, which jersey it is. $1? Damn, that's amazing. You do guess the jersey. Oh, you don't have many jerseys? That's okay. Well, I mean, that's why we could do a live one. And I'm sure we'd get enough submissions. Yeah, submissions so that I could basically take a jersey from 30 different people, 30 different people send a jersey in. I'll amalgamate, I'll combine and consolidate, and I'll do a guess the jersey community edition so that everybody has a chance to try to stump me. So we'll figure a way to make that happen. Yeah, I've tried going to Goodwill as well, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. Then again, I'm going to Palo Alto, so it's like, I don't know. I live in Palo Alto, man. That's where the show Silicon Valley takes place. But yeah, it was also ranked the second snobbiest city in California. I pretty much agree. And I live right next to it, so there you go. Guess the jersey with a mashup of different sports. I would consider that. Because yeah, you can still combine hockey in there. I don't mind deviating a little bit into other sports. A little bit. My knowledge of current NBA jerseys, terrible. But I know who the teams are. So maybe so. You're right, Nick. Windy City Hockey, I do attribute for the idea of guess the jersey. And by the way, guys, I said this on Post to Post yesterday, but I gotta I got to take a little kudos for bringing back the post to post theme song. If you guys can figure out why, I kind of credit myself for bringing that back. Not to toot my own horn too much, but yeah, 8 months of winter in Winnipeg. I sure as hell believe that. Uh, I guess the MLB hat. Probably not for my channel. If I were to spin up another channel, maybe. Or maybe I could do something like that on a stream, but probably for like a full-on video, probably not, frankly. Not that I don't like MLB hats. I've got several of them myself. I'm still kicking myself for giving away my Cubs one. It was because I was so pissed. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Cubs 2016." I was like, "Oh, come on." They beat my Giants. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I missed my Cubs hat. But yeah, I've had like Twins hats, Phillies hats, or a Phillies hat. Got a couple of Giants hats. Yeah. It snows in June in Winnipeg? Oh, CJ, that makes my day. That makes my day right there. Dude, I have no idea how I decided to do that. I don't know. Basically, like,
Neil's the Godfather. I gotta pay my respects to the Godfather.
Yeah, I have to pay my respects. I mean, the guy is a huge reason why I've created a YouTube channel and kept it going for 2+ years. So I tip the cap. I give credit where it's due. Absolutely. The Brewers glove hat is sick. I bet, man. You know, I could kind of see, like, once I kind of start winding down with my hockey jersey collection, I could see myself collecting some MLB hats for sure. I mean, I've worn the hockey jerseys around here, and no one seems to really care. Actually, you know, it's funny because somebody saw me wear this last week and was like, "Oh man, Pavel Bure, I haven't heard that name in a long time." And I'm like, "Oh, whoa, like random person here in, you know, Mountain View, California." Blue Jays hats. I do want to get one of those. Yeah, pretty sick. Winnipeg is a beautiful city. I mean, I'm not too sure what it looks like. I know that some of the Manitoba wilderness looks pretty. Of course, you know, the very southern end of Hudson Bay there, you actually get some polar bears. So that's kind of cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Oh, you got permission and a Coyotes mask. Your internet is slow. 7 minutes behind the stream. Hey, that's all good, man. That's cool that you got your Coyotes mask, though. Baby Blue Jays jerseys are the best in MLB. I think that's certainly in the conversation right there. The Blue Jays numbers look like the Sega logo. That's pretty fun. Blue Jays. Thought of a channel name for your channel once you start it. Inspired by last week's stream. Brain Surgeon Hockey. Brilliant. Brilliant. You let me know as soon as you spin that channel up. I'll sub immediately. That's too great. Brain Surgeon Hockey. Fantastic. Because you're going to drop these insanely amazing points that are going to, like, essentially perform brain surgery on us and make us totally think about hockey differently. It's funny because with kind of how I run this channel, even though this is the hockey community, it's interesting because I don't really talk too in depth about actual hockey itself very much, do I? But I guess that keeps things entertaining for larger audiences. I don't know. $1 jersey. Come on. You got to believe these. This is the time where we need to believe as people. Mariners teal jersey. Oh, hell yes, Musket. Absolutely. I love that thing. Absolutely. I miss that look for the Mariners. Absolutely do. What's happened? Oh, whoa, Louis Mack. Damn, dude, how many accounts you got? What's happened? Oh, man, we're talking about baseball now, apparently. Rye's hockey jerseys. What's up, Rye? Now I know who you are. You're not top shelf hockey. I'm just having some fun here. 4 counts. You've recorded a Golden Knights intro to your channel. Oh, excellent. Well, that's cool. I'm sure that's a great way to get people engaged. Cubs 70s powder blues with pinstripes. I mean, look, I'm no Yankees fan, but the Yankees can do pinstripes. But I mean, a lot of other teams have great uniforms in baseball. It's kind of hard to, it's kind of weird. You can't really screw up a baseball uniform, I don't think. You know? I don't know. That's just me. My Giants, I miss when my Giants, I think in the 80s, they had the orange jerseys with the kind of script font to it, or it's more penman like, not as blocky. I miss those. Those are sick. But I do have a Giants jersey here. Wait, one sec. Now, I'm sure nobody was asking for this, but this is my jersey right here, baby. This is like the classic San Francisco Giants from like the early 90s, like, when Kirk Reeder was young, when, Matt Williams was out there. Who else? Shooter, Rod Beck. Yeah, those were the good old days. Will Clark. And yeah, even though I say they have nice jerseys, I don't like the Yankees at all either. Oh, Garrett, what are you doing with yourself, man? Why? Why? And Neil from Post to Post he wears his Dodgers hat. I'm like, dude, you're a Sharks fan. Let me let you in on a little secret. You can't be a Sharks fan and a Dodgers fan. You'll never see what a ring looks like. Pirates suck. Oh no. One day. Pirates Bell jersey. I'm not sure exactly what that's like. Will Clark. Yeah, Garrett. Actually, I've seen Will Clark jerseys like that in that style, but yeah, this is a blank. The Cubs were the first team to use pinstripes. Damn. Thank you for dropping that. I appreciate that. The Orioles suck. Yeah, they do. They got great hats though. They got like some of the best hats. Well, Garrett, actually, it's funny because technically there's a picture of me as like a 7-year-old or something like that, and I'm in a Dodgers shirt. I think it was because somebody that my dad worked with, because my dad's office, like their corporate headquarters, was in LA. So basically, I think somebody gave him the jersey. It's kind of, or the jersey, the Dodgers shirt. It's kind of a joke. And my dad's like, oh, okay, whatever. My son will wear it. He doesn't care, And back then I was a Twins fan, so I didn't care about the Giants or the Dodgers or anybody. And I was like, all right, this is cool. I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. And then I think to myself, God, what was I doing? But yeah. If you look at the Jays logo closely, the eye of the J kind of looks like the CN Tower. Interesting. Barry Bonds is now a Hall of Famer. Whoa. April Fool's was 3 months ago. Barry Lamar Bonds. What you got for me? You'll have to brief me on this here, Nick, because I only see articles about him not being in the Hall of Fame, and I know I'm insanely biased, but I think Bonds first ballot. Like, I mean, I know that some people say this about Griffey. You can say this about Pujols to a degree, but yeah, Bonds is unbelievable. Like, just, I know. You guys might dislike, you might unsub, whatever. But remember, bias right here. His game evolved. Let's just say that. But yeah, the guy was kind of wasn't exactly the best teammate. Let's be honest about that. Shaka, Hall of Fame juicer. Yeah, fair. Look. My thing is, if you're going to say Bonds doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, nobody else on the Juice should be in the Hall of Fame. That's my stance. He got voted in a couple days ago. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that. Your new neighbors just moved to Columbus from San Francisco. Wow. Well, Garrett, let me say this. That is the only time I've ever heard of anybody from the Bay Area, except for a guy I went to college with, because he went there for grad school, who's moved to Columbus. That's very unheard of, actually. You want to play Sonic Adventure 2? You're working on a video. Oh, that's even better. That's even better there, Matt. Put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Exactly, right? Barry Bonds get caught for using drugs. In this context, I can't say that he did, and that's for sure. He got voted in a couple of days ago. Interesting. What did I major in? Oh God, the stereotype. Here we go. I majored in communication. I did. Yeah. It was good for a little bit there. I wanted to be a sports writer, but the resources that I had around me for that sort of thing, not great. I worked on the newspaper, though. That did help me get in with the newspaper, and that was a tremendous outlet right there. So that piece of it was great. But that kind of position is so uncommon in sports. In other words, like there's so much competition for those very, very few spots in communications, in media relations, in sports video production and all that. So when I came out of college, I got a job with the Chicago Fire of MLS. I wanted to work in sports. So I don't, Elias, I don't know why the hell it wants me to block your comment that says that you're going to go eat Ritz crackers. Man, I want to post that on Twitter right now. Yo, y'all forget about all this hate and division in the world. Go eat some Ritz crackers and let's come back and let's hug. That's what I'm talking about, son. But anyway, but yeah, I worked for the Chicago Fire, but in sales. I thought maybe I can kind of slowly transition to something else. I was too young at the time. I moved out of state for the first time. Yeah, I just wasn't cut out for that necessarily. I could go back and maybe do that at some point later on, but that'd be more in a broadcasting role. But we'll see if that ever happens. I would love the opportunity to go somewhere right now while all of sports are pretty much suspended, right? Come in somewhere and say, hey, I have this YouTube channel. Come check me out. Let me know what you think. I'd love to be your public announcer at home games. Or I'd like to be your broadcaster if you have some sort of, streaming broadcast shindig, right? I would love that. I don't care about how much that pays. I'd do it almost for free if I got the chance. Whew, anywho, yeah. NHL writer, who would I pick for the Hart Calder? Okay. Well, first of all, it's hard that Panarin, people say Panarin, is not in the Hart conversation. That kind of sucks. But, the finalists, right? You got McDavid, McKinnon, and Draisaitl. I'd say McKinnon. Yeah, I'd say McKinnon for the Hart. Calder, I don't have enough information to really give that a decision. Norris, I'm leaning toward Yossi. Vezina, I forgot who the finalists for the Vezina were. Frankly, you'd have to remind me on that one. You played it. You made a godlike save the other day. Oh, that sounds so awesome. On a one-timer, you dove across the net. Somehow, you got it. You glove saved it, or are we talking about a pad save? If offered the job, would I be Sharky? Dude, hey, I'll say this, CJ. After creating that video I did last year on NHL mascots, I really respect just the versatility of that role. You have to have so much patience. You think about what these performers do in the community. They work with different audiences who have different needs, different behaviors, and you know that's fantastic. So I would, I mean, I would be interested to try it absolutely, but I don't think I could necessarily do that. Okay, Connor Garland for rookie. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's see. The team name was the Manatees. Oh yeah. I think I've heard of this team. Okay, look at that. I love minor league baseball. They come up with the best mascots. Look at that. It's a manatee. Fantastic. The Sea Cows. Ah. O'Reilly. That's pretty funny. I'd fart on somebody who threw a cheap shot. Someone like that. Corey Perry. Get the Black Ducks alternate. You mean the 25th anniversary one? I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm not that big of a fan of that jersey. I think it's too much of a hodgepodge. The logos on the shoulders don't match the color scheme. The orange or the yellow or the coloring of the sticks on that jersey don't match the color scheme. I don't like it. I like the letters and the numbers. It looks good with those, but I think I don't know. I just never committed to actually liking that jersey. Just my opinion. Now, if you want to talk about another Ducks jersey, well, I've got a jersey unboxing coming up that you certainly might like to watch. Favorite NHL mascot? Well, it's going to be Sharky, of course. I'd probably choose somebody who was, like a good community figure, right? Like Harvey the Hound, right? Yeah, I know that he's kind of the old guard, if you will, but I think about that video of him and David Riddick's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he has an autistic brother, and he traveled all the way from the Czech Republic, and he was a huge Harvey the Hound fan, and he sees him for the first time, and his brother literally picks Harvey up off the ground. I thought that was amazing. Not to mention Harvey's been all the way to like Japan or something like that. Anyway. Yeah. Mighty Jump is the best jersey of all time. That's one that I don't think I'll ever see myself collecting. I just don't have the balls to do it. All right, Matt. Catch you later, buddy. Hit me up. Let's chat. Do I have any All-Star Game jerseys? I actually don't. I've thought about buying them here and there. I just haven't really committed to it that much. Toronto Raptors might change their logo and jerseys for 2021. I wouldn't be surprised. I could see them actually putting the Raptor in there, not like they did in the 1990s, but some, actually showing a dinosaur in there. I could see them maybe doing that. But I miss that old look, man. That was dope. I was in love with that from the very beginning. Wordmark Anaheim Mighty Ducks. I don't mind the wordmark itself that much, but it was just so weird. Like shoulder logos on that, the absence of the jade. It was just black and eggplant. Just they don't complement each other. I thought that was weird, man. The yellow Erie Otters jersey. The best wordmark of all time. It's a good one. I like it. The Minnesota Wild. I am certainly a fan of that one as well. Change the Raptors logo. I mean, do they even really have a logo now, or is it just a wordmark? I don't know. The NBA changed the day the Supersonics were sold. That was my team growing up, man. Gary Payton, man, the glove. Freaking best ever. Not best ever, but, the best in the franchise history. Drew. What's going on, Drew? Drew Bogarty. Or Bogardy. Could have a little accent on the end of it. If I had a brand new NHL team, what would be your team name and color and logo? Oh, that's a great one. Well, it'd be the Twisters, of course. That's probably what I would call it. Yeah, why not? Twisters. I thought about yeah, I'm working on a logo right now for the channel. But yeah, I don't know. It would be a tornado, kind of like the Gulf Storm. I'd just rip that off, I guess. Colors, like I said, I like cyan, like you know, like CMYK cyan, just like really bright electric blue and black. I think those are pretty fun together. Um, I always thought about like creating a mock-up for if my hometown team had a hockey team. You know, where I come from, they're very well known for the canning business. So canning sardines and fish products. So it's like I'd like to do something kind of like the New York Islanders with that. Call it like the what the or maybe like sea captains or something along that line, like fishing boat captains. That'd be pretty fun. Hurricanes and twisters would be on the Weather Channel. I like your thinking there. Gulf Storm is the best Chell team. I guess that's kind of my favorite OHL team. Osaka Wolfpack. I still could see that happening. What if an NHL team had a purple jersey? What if, Elias? What if? Come on, Kings, get your stuff together. What if Seattle? What if Seattle just went totally AWOL or totally off the grid with this idea, and what with the purple jersey? Now that would be the stuff of legends right there. Raptors should go back to purple. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Hey, the best team, well, not the best teams, but Minnesota Vikings, purple. Baltimore Ravens, some purple. LA Lakers, yeah, they look pretty good in purple too. Purple's a great color. I don't know why people shoot it down so much. If I need a coach, you'll grow a Coach Q mustache. For the Twisted Wrister hockey team, you'll coach. Well, damn it. You've been here since the beginning, so I would certainly endorse you for that. Purple Sasquatches. Exactly. See? Let's throw a wrench in the gears here, you know? Kings should go. Yeah, I think the Kings should. They don't even have to go back to purple, but they should find a way to reintroduce that, or put it in an alternate or something like that. You know, jumping tiger jersey from the Medicine Hat Tigers, used in the mid 2000s. Colorado Rockies in purple. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see them use more purple for sure. Top 3 YouTube channels, any genre. Woo! Dang, that's crazy, man. That's tough. I don't watch like the super high profile channels necessarily, but when I talk about some of the channels that I think kind of um, are kind of influential for me, or where I think when I think of someone who has just immense, not just production talent but also writing talent, I think of Urinating Tree. Absolutely, that is. I would have to say that that's probably my favorite sports channel. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Self-deprecating at times, um, just unbelievably creative. I would love to work with Schlosser. Absolutely, uh, absolutely toward the top of my favorites right there. And his points that he makes actually are fantastic too. The guy does his homework. I know that he likes the Sharks, and I know he's put out a couple of videos roasting them. And I mean, the points that he makes, it's like somebody who's lived in Sharks territory for 30 years, really. So I sincerely admire that. Post to Post is a huge inspiration for how I, started a channel on YouTube in the first place. So at the very least, that's a special place in my heart. But it's basically every time Neil uploads a video, it's like I'm on it like white on rice, basically. I'm trying to think of other channels that you guys might have heard of. I've followed this one channel. I don't know if it's just called Mark Brown, but that's the name of the creator. It's on game design, video game designs. Unbelievable. I love it. And there are fun channels like Metal Jesus for video game collecting. I love that. Um, I don't, but yeah, like if you're talking about subscribers in the millions, I don't actually really watch anybody, in that space so much. You would name your team the Fishers. There you go. 5 points. I do like 5 points as well. Absolutely. So I like his dry humor. It's pretty damn funny. So yeah, I certainly think that that's one of the better sports channels I've seen out there too. And when the two of those guys kind of collide, that's great. To a jersey. Oh yeah, sure, Nick. I'm sorry if I didn't get to that earlier. Oh snap! Oh snap! That's great, Nick. I might have to take a shot at that one. Should Atlanta get an NHL team? No, no. Atlanta needs to rebuild itself as a sports channel or a sports town. Excuse me. Metal Jesus rocks. Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, Atlanta hasn't won a championship in over 25 years, or in 25 years. The Braves are on the up and up, I think. But the Hawks and the Falcons are just, are they ever? Are they ever? Tough market, man. They had two teams already. Yeah. Seattle needs their NBA team back. Abso-freaking-lutely. We've seen what happens when Seattle rallies around a sports team. It can be a great place for that. North Stars throwback for the Stars? Or do the Wild incorporate the colors and the design with their own logo? Well, thanks, Nick. I appreciate the extra eyes. I know that there are people who are offering to help me with that, so I'm kind of silly for not taking them up on that. But you know me, if you find a Sharks authentic heritage jersey that is somewhat, it can be a size 46, 50, 52. Yeah, I'll throw down for that. Controversial opinion, but this is a free space where your opinions will be respected. Sports leagues should be around 20 teams. 2 saturated right now makes each team better and avoid tanking. You know what? I think that's definitely a point to entertain. That doesn't seem outlandish to me, I don't think. But of course, we're talking about revenue opportunities. That's why we have as many teams as we do. Well, guys, we're at the 7:30 time right now, at least where I am here in California. And I know this has been a very engaging stream. I've enjoyed it a lot. But I do have to make myself some dinner. I'm going to do some grilling, actually. And hopefully get back to my... Have I seen the movie It? Actually, I haven't. So I think probably now is actually a decent time. It seems like a couple of people have dropped off the stream here. So that will give me some time to hopefully work on a jersey concept for tonight as well. Or work on my video tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned because tomorrow I've got Audie James in a Guess the Jersey video. I'm excited to have that one on the channel. And of course, we'll reconvene next week, probably at a slightly different time, maybe I'll say. But next Wednesday, we'll have another stream. We'll have a conversation. We'll have some fun for sure. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining, and for the newcomers on this channel or in this stream as well. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here. Hope to see you around for the next one. Of course, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and immerse yourself more deeply in the Twist Brigade, if you will. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. I'll catch you later, okay? Have a good night and stay safe.